Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for a radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, just joining us are our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcasts. We're glad you all could be with us as well. When I say the name Burt Ward, a lot of things may come to mind. A lot of people got to know him as Robin on the TV show Batman, but he's also an individual who's been able to make a difference in the lives of others through his work as an animal rights advocate and as an entrepreneur. One of the ways he's gotten to be known is by Gentle Giants Rescue and Adoptions Organization, but also his Gentle Giants pet products. We're going to talk to him about his success, but also what it's been like for him to make a difference as well. Mr. Ward, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, citizen.
Well, look, I am glad and honored to be able to have you on the program. As I said, many people have gotten to know you, and even you mentioned that on your website. They got to know you as Robin, as part of the TV show Batman. What has that been like for you, Mr. Ward, to be able to have your career really recognized, and I know a couple of years ago, even getting your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
It's been fantastic. You know, I was 21 years old when I was making Batman, and at the time, it became the number one show in the entire world. We were on twice a week. It's hard to describe what it was like then when everything was batty. I mean, women had hairstyles that were Batman. I mean, kids were putting on towels and around their neck held together with clothespins and jumping off their couches wanting to be Batman and Robin. It was such an amazing, trippy show that was fun for the entire family, and it's endured. I mean, Batman, here it is, 55 years later, and is still in reruns all around the world.
Exactly. It is remarkable, and you mentioned kids jumping off couches, Mr. Ward, and not too much has changed even in 2022, it seems like, when it comes to kids wanting to be superheroes. But you've been able to bring that heroism into your real life as well. As I mentioned, you become an advocate for animals. You share a very personal story, Mr. Ward, on your website, GentleGiantsPetProducts.com. What has that been like for you to not only be able to help pets, but also to be able to make a difference in the lives of pets?
Let me tell you, for the last 28 years, my wife and I have rescued more than 15,500 dogs. Every one would have been put to death if we hadn't been there to save them. And all of these animals in 28 years have lived in our home with us. We always have about 50 dogs living in our home. And we've also rescued about 500 cats. And, dogs and cats, they don't live near as long as human beings. And most people who have a pet, they love their pet. They would love to have their pet many years longer. So my wife and I, as a charity, we take no salary from this, we created a very different dog food and a very different cat food, different from all the other foods out there. And I am thrilled to be able to tell you that over the last 28 years, we have dogs living up to 27 and a half years, incredibly healthy, running around like puppies. And our cat, the oldest cat we've been able to keep, was 32 years of age when the cat passed away. This is unheard of, and it's because our food is so different. As an example, quickly, I'll tell you, people say, well, how can it be so different? Well, go feel your dog or cat kibble that you feed them. Rub it in your fingers. You're going to feel that slightly greasy feeling because pet food is seemingly always sprayed with animal fat because it makes the dog or cat eat more food to make you buy more pet food. We don't do that. Our food is dry without the greasy coating. And the other thing is we have no GMOs. It has now been proven that genetically modified organisms such as Roundup that occur in pet food, pesticides to kill the pests that attack the food, that is now causing cancer in dogs and cats. It's proven. And the number one killer of dogs and cats is cancer. So our food, unlike the other foods, we have no GMOs in our food. So our dogs are not getting cancer, and our dogs' arteries and are not being clogged. And as a result, together with our feeding and care program, we have doubled and in some cases tripled the lifespan of dogs and cats. And this is our charity. We take no salary, and we're thrilled because you can get it in Target stores all across America as long as online with Walmart.com, Target.com, Chewy.com, Petco.com, PetSmart.com, TractorSupply.com, and our own website, Gentle Giants Dog Food and Gentle.com and Gentle Giants Cat Food.com. This is our charity, and we're thrilled that we can help animals live twice their normal lifespan.
Well, we definitely are thrilled to be able to have you on to be able to share that with us, Mr. Ward. And we definitely want to invite our audience to also go to GentleGiantsPetProducts.com. There you see some great videos from Mr. Ward talking about his daughter and her own pets and their longevity. And again, another example of what's been able to happen. Mr. Ward, we'll link that website up for our audience as well. And thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, citizen. And as we said on Batman, to the Batmobile!
There you go. We appreciate it. And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.